We're back. Ryan Kroll over here, lawyer extraordinary. You can sort of see his eyes and face through the beard, but, he's cut his hair, so now you can actually... I couldn't recognize you, man.
I look respectable now, huh?
Yeah, you look at least under 60 now. I think it's great, man. Somebody said, well, why don't you wear more powder? I said, I fought very hard for these wrinkles,
You sure did.
I had a great experience, and I'll get to it. I was selected to be a presenter at the Emmys for the LA area. That was probably unbelievable. And I want to kudos to Robin G., the producer of this show, and she got another Emmy, her 7th Emmy, and I was so happy to be able to see her. They're doing it. Yay, Robin, that's exciting. 1-800-405-4222. If you've got an employment law problem and you want to get information on it, we've got a new website out. It's called MyBossStinks.com. MyBossStinks.com. It's not a BO thing. It's not about body odor. It's about discrimination, wage problems, employment problems, getting laid off, etc. MyBossStinks.com. And hopefully we can give you some information that way that you can't get on the air from us. So let's go back to the calls. Jorge, come on in. We're ready for your call.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, I had a question about warrants, that if the police come to your house with a warrant, does it have to specify what they're looking for? Or is it open? Oh, let me...
Okay, here's what a warrant is. A warrant's a lawful court order, or at the time they come in as a lawful court order, issued by the Superior Court or the federal court to search a specific area. In order to get a warrant, they have to present sworn testimony, usually by affidavit, which is things written out and then sworn or in person under oath, probable cause to believe that evidence of a crime is at a certain location. And the judge then reviews it. If he or she believes there's sufficient evidence thereto, they sign it, and a warrant is issued for specific areas to search. It generally doesn't say on it what they're searching for. It gives them the right to search. The for information is attached in the affidavits, etc., which you may get if you get prosecuted. If you don't get prosecuted, you may never, ever get the attachments thereto. So if someone comes to your house in a uniform or appropriately identifies them as a police officer, they have a right to be there, assuming they are officers and assuming they show you the warrant. And then you just keep your mouth quiet and let them do what they're going to do. Don't put your hands on them. Don't argue with them. There's nothing you can do about it. They'll do their search, and then you'll have your remedies thereafter.
Well, my question was, if they were, let's say if they thought I did a hit and run or something, and they came to my house and with a warrant, and they, what would they be looking for? I mean,
well, it depends on the crime. If it's a hit and run, they may want to be looking in the garage, assuming this warrant says that, to look for paint transfers on the car or dents, or if the person driving the car was wearing a clown costume with a large afro wig, they would be looking in the house for the clown costume or the large afro wig or the big red nose that was seen. So it really depends on they're looking for evidence of the crime. But if they find something else, for instance, they're looking for the clown costume and they come across an arsenal of bazookas and automatic weapons, I will no doubt that this will go from hit and run to possession of illegal, inappropriate weapons, and you'll get yanked off in handcuffs. So when they're doing a legal search, whatever they come upon may well be used against you for another crime.
Has this always been this way, or is this something that's changed in the past 20 years?
Well, it used to be. The Constitution has been around for a long, long time. It used to be that, without warrants, people would get stopped and searched and frisked, etc. But in your house and in private places, they have to go to a court, which is a neutral body, and get the warrant. This has been around, in America for numbers and numbers of years. The courts have interpreted, cars are different. They may be able to search your cars, and they can if they have a reason to stop your car without warrants. There's all kinds of exceptions to all this. But actually, the warrant is protection for you. It allows a judge to look at evidence first to decide whether or not they should be able to go into your house. If not, people get their doors kicked in all the time. Now, this is different than hot pursuit. If they're chasing you down the street because you just robbed somebody and you run into a house, they can go right after you. But the warrant protects you. At least it's supposed to.
Yeah, because I was wondering, it seems like nowadays that if they can't get you on the initial crime, they'll find something else that they find in your home to prosecute you on that, even though it might not be connected to the initial crime. Like if they came into my house and if they thought I'd robbed somebody, but if I had a prescription drug that wasn't in my name and they couldn't find me for the burglary, whatever they thought I did, they could prosecute me for having an illegal prescription in my home.
Well, that's been the law for a long time.
It has, though.
But they have to have a real cause to get into your house. Once they get into your house, a lot of things are fair game.
Yeah, if you have bad things laying out, they're not required to turn a blind eye to, and that's been the law for some time. They have to have a high level to get into your house, but once there, they can't go snooping into places they're not supposed to go. But if it's in plain view or if they come across it during a legitimate search, they don't have to turn a blind eye to it, and they can charge you.
For instance, they get into your house with a search warrant, and sitting on the table, you're manufacturing methamphetamines. You're gone, or you've got a syringe and heroin, and you're just cooking up some drugs at the time. That's in plain sight. You're gone. The difficulty is for them to get into your house. If they don't have a legal basis to get into your house or other private areas, then they can't go in there. But a warrant is for your protection.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I just was wondering. I thought it was the other way around.
No. Only on TV shows and movies.
Oh.
You've been watching too much Law and Order.
Oh, no. I thought when I was in high school, I took a law class, and I thought that's what they had said. This was 50 years ago, but I thought the warrant had to be specific.
It does.
It called out something, and
it does.
They couldn't just go on a hunt to find something.
No, but they had to get the warrant. It has to be specific, and the areas to search have to be specific. But the probable cause is in the affidavits to get in, and the judge rules on whether or not that's specific enough and whether or not it's a factual and legal basis to get in. Okay.
I had one other question. Are you on every week at this time?
I got to be fair. I got a bunch of callers hanging on, so if you could call back next time, I want to get the next caller on. Okay.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
And call in call in. Okay. Maury from Playa del Rey, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. I'd like to make a comment about the repealing of Proposition 13.
Absolutely.
Yes, I worked 36 years at the same company, and mostly 6 days, and I was able to buy a condo in Playa del Rey. And right now, I'm not of large means, so most of my money's in the bank, which has lost 80% of its income due to the drop in big interest rates. My Social Security has been frozen for 3 or 4 years. How do they expect me to pay more taxes?
Listen, I agree with you 100%, but this young guy over here, he doesn't understand yet.
I would lose my condo. I can't afford to pay more taxes.
I was never talking about residential properties.
Well, once they do it to the other property, that's just
right.
The next step is to do it to me.
Right on. You're absolutely right, Maury. And I tell you, There got to be more people like you out there. You got to stand up. You got to vote. If it gets on the ballot, you got to vote against it, and you got to watch out for guys like this over here who just don't really understand.
I mean, I work.
But I'll let you smoke in your house if you want.
Time. Can they take it away from me?
No. First of all, it's not going to happen. There's too many good people like you out there. It's not going to happen. And
by the way, my name's Marty.
Okay, well, I'm going to call you Maury, but you're known as Marty. Marty, we got to go. It's the end of the show. Thanks for calling in. Call that number with your address for your free lunch or dinner on us, and we'll send it.
So you think pretty confidently it's not going to be residential, huh?
Well, I don't think it's going to pass anyway.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Take care.
Bye.
Well, it's time to get out of here. We got to skedaddle. Ryan, you were great today.
Thank you.
Sorry if I picked on you too much, but you deserve it for the positions you've been taking. There's no censorship on this show. Thank you very much. Remember, if you've got questions about disability or hostile environment or sex discrimination or anything in the employment area, mybossstinks.com is our no informational thing. mybossstinks.com. We want to thank you for listening to and calling in on Legal Help Live. We'll be here soon.
Come check us out.
And have a great day, and let's get our troops back healthy and safe from where we're out fighting those wars right now.